What is up, you guys? It's your spiritual prayer godmother, and I am back. Okay, I am back with another read. Today's reading is going to be a pick a card. Today's pick a card is going to be a divine feminine energetic update for this week. This is going to be a timeless reading, so whenever you stumble upon this video, whenever you watch it, it's meant for you to see. So we got 3 piles here. We got this one, which is going to be pile 1. It's blue. I think it's the witches. Y'all know I never know what my decks are called, but it looks like this, and it's real feminine. It's real cute. Okay. Pile number 2 is a paintbrush, and this is really feminine. This is a really feminine deck as well. I tried to pick all my most feminine decks for this feminine reading today. And then the last one is going to be some sage, and this is my fairy tarot. Alright, so go ahead and meditate on whichever deck you feel most called to. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with pile number 1. Collective. Do any of y'all pray silently or like feel weird about hearing other people's prayers? I do. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started for pile number 1. Any messages for pile number 1? Any messages for pile number 1? Alright, so we got the Ace of Cups, self-love, new abundance, the Fool. This could be a new journey. This could be like a new workout routine. Like you could be going for walks a little bit more. It could be warming up where you live, or maybe it's just not very cold. It definitely feels like you could be backpacking around the world, traveling around the world, like living freely, kind of deciding not to stress things out. I'm hearing that little TikTok song, I ain't stressing the day. You got the Queen of Wands as well, and then you got the 8 of Pentacles. So this feels like you're studying. You could be going back to school. You could be moving into a house with a view. You could be just trying to get your coins up. You could be studying a lot. Like, you don't really have time to work that much. You're studying. I feel like you kind of want people to leave you alone. This also feels like a lot of focus. I feel like you're focused on your self-love, and your self-love is kind of returning the favor by giving you an abundance of income. You got the 8 of Pentacles here. You could be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm also getting Leo energy, and I'm seeing sunflowers. So this is kind of like going where the sun goes. Yeah, let's see. This also feel like your dog could be dancing with you, or this could just be like a loyal companion. This could even be your child, or somebody smaller than you. This could be like a little person. I also just heard like a younger sibling, like maybe y'all are really far apart age-wise, but this feels like maybe y'all getting to know each other on an adult level. Also, she got her hand out, so I feel like you're in a state of receiving. So I feel like I could be giving you a lot of blessings right now. This could also just be you seeing over the darkness of the horizon. It's kind of like I can see the beauty past it, like I can see past it. So this feels like bringing in extra blessings or extra income, extra money due to you kind of carving out that time in your day to make time for you. Now other people are now making time for you. With the 5 of Swords though, so you could be nervous about this. You could be scared that this could be your confidence. 5 of Swords. You want to be confident in it, but you're not stable yet. It's like you don't have all the pieces that you need. So it's kind of like it's one thing after another that you keep looking at of things that can go wrong. But this feels like just, I heard fighting the power. I don't know why. You got the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But I just feel like this is maybe fighting for your dreams, like no matter what happens. This could also be like a spiritual awakening or like some kind of dream, or like 444. I'm seeing like Raven, like that's a Raven, like having visions. Yeah, some kind of Kundalini awakening. This feels like a lot of sacral chakra. So this could be you listening to Beyonce or like Oshun music. There's an artist named Oshun, I believe, as well. So you got the King and Queen of Wands with the 10 of Cups. 505. Ooh-wee. And it's like y'all from 2 different decks, but y'all still a pair. So y'all could be complete opposites, but y'all are so much of the same type of person. This person could have been loved by me. I don't even want to say loved by me, because then you question like, well, what is that? And how do I know that that's not just where that person was at that point? So I feel like this is kind of like somebody like blowing smoke, like selling you a dream, telling you that they love you, that they want to be with you, but not actually like doing it. So this is like all talk, no action. I feel like it's not that you're walking away from this because you see it, but I feel like you're trying to be focused. Like, you're trying to focus. You're trying to focus on getting yourself established. You got your feet to the ground. This is grounding yourself. Like, she don't got no shoes on with the 6 of Cups. You could be having twins. Or this could just be a past life soulmate. This could be y'all having history together. This could be y'all like growing up together. Y'all transformed together. This could be like you and your man been together for like 10 years. You could already be married. And it's like the lust or the love in a relationship is kind of like dwindled down. Or it's kind of like now that y'all together, things are like changing. It feels different now. You got the 2 of this. So now you have a choice. Do we keep going with this relationship, 9 of Wands, or is it too hard? Is it too much work? Is it too much responsibility? This feels like where you used to be weak in the knees over somebody. Whatever they've done to you, that's caused you to kind of create this barrier around yourself. I feel like you've kind of elevated. So it's kind of like you walking in a new journey. So this could be you and your ex like breaking up and then getting back together, and y'all like trying to get back together, trying to make it work, and you realizing like, nah, I'm really different now. Like, I'm really different. And this could be this person like researching you, trying to see like, well, how should I approach her? Like, what is she doing? Or what do she got going on before they come to you or before they speak to you? If I feel like somebody is like doing their research on you, like trying to get information or trying to figure out what you got going on instead of just communicating, talking, and like giving you their cup. This also feels like because you got the Ace of Cups out here with these 2 kids like passing the cup. This feels like passing a torch. So somebody could be having a junior, somebody could be having their first child. And it's kind of like, well, I have a child with this person now, but maybe I don't feel like this person is pouring into me. I feel like this is kind of choosing to be the bigger person. Like, honestly, I feel like even if this person isn't pouring into you, you've already gotten the message or the memo 808 that this is your person, that this is your partner. So regardless of like y'all being focused on work, so this could just be like this year, like this could just be y'all year to focus and kind of get things done and make sure that y'all are financially stable with that 4 of Pentacles, because y'all could potentially be bringing in twin girls or a boy and a girl. Y'all could potentially just be bringing in kids, period. You got a lot of kids here. This could be a blended family. So y'all could both already have children outside of the marriage, but now y'all blending it. This could be a commitment. The 9 of Wands, it's like y'all could be fighting against family members or people who don't want you to really take a risk, who don't want you to like jump off this cliff, even though from your point of view, you can see that it's safe for you to jump. But the people behind you are just watching you kind of go off a cliff, and they don't have all the information. Ow. Yeah, they don't have all the information. And I don't know, like, just looking at this card right here, it just feels like her shirt is like ripped, or like it was in a fire, or she was like had gotten away from somebody, and then my shirt, it feels like my nipple keep feeling like it's gonna pop out, and it's not, but it's all the way down here. No, but it's just the feeling of like feeling kind of exposed. So somebody that maybe you're connected to, this could be somebody at work who you could be like gossiping with this person. Like, you could feel exposed. Like, there are people who know things about me that I don't know that they know. So it's a weird energy of like maybe you're finding out something with the 5 of Swords. some kind of information, some kind of truth could be coming to you. But I feel like this truth is going to set you free, and it's going to allow you to kind of like be on a new journey. So this could be like the friends finding out first. So if this is a pregnancy, this could be about friends finding out, like you telling your best friends before you end up telling your man, and it's his baby, you know. But it's like your best friend is your person. Y'all always maybe have a business together, y'all always work together, or y'all always talk, or you know, like it just feels like you are scared. This could be your first child, and it's like, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Somebody could also be a lesbian, and it's like they're wanting children, but they don't really know how to come to maybe their partner about it. And I feel like they could potentially not have the money to go through fertility treatment, so it feels like having to maybe do the nasty with a man. And this is kind of like somebody's maybe insecurities kind of coming out. This feels like and of course I'm reading for a lot of people, so don't just automatically assume the reading is not yours because I said that. This feels like accepting all of the different phases of what this relationship is going to be, like the ups, the downs, it's like, okay, you said you wanted a 10 of cups, you said that you wanted this, so when things get hard, are you going to run away? Like, are you going to just turn to work and kind of like shut me out? So on one end, it's kind of like, well, I know that they're working, I trust them, so I'm going to go work too. Right? It's like you kind of want to do that, but on the other end, it's like, well, what's making you turn towards work? Like, what's making you turn away from me? So I feel like there's a lot of questions that are maybe in your head that you need to like get out, either on paper, in a text message, in a voice memo. You need to say it to somebody, call somebody, because I feel like what's happening is the longer that you don't talk, the longer that you guys are creating maybe a false narrative and creating more, I don't want to say demons, but that's what came to my head. So creating demons, creating false realities, or creating, I want to say even like little insecurities or something like that, to creating little insecurities to kind of ease your mind or coach your mind to kind of get through maybe the hard period of what this relationship is. So it's kind of like every time maybe this person upsets you or makes you mad, or just isn't what you expected, or you're not what they expected, it's like y'all are like running away from each other or disconnecting from each other. So there could be the energy of maybe it's not time. Maybe it's not time for y'all to really reconnect with one another, or maybe it's not time for y'all to be together right now. But there's also, again, there's this juggling energy. I'm getting a lot of Taurus energy where it's stubborn, because it's like I'm going back and forth in my mind between like, I just want to forgive you and love you, and I'm really not feeling it. So I feel like this is when that self-love comes in. I feel like the new you doesn't have to turn towards her insecurities to, how do I say it? The new version of you doesn't automatically have to assume that you're the problem, or somebody doesn't want you, or that the relationship isn't going to last just because you guys are at odds, or just because you're having differences. You love yourself so much now that you just know how to create boundaries. You know how to stick it out with somebody. You know how to kind of get through love and go through love and experience that. So while yes, you are teeter-tottering between maybe leaving and staying, I also feel like for some of you guys who are maybe even not in a relationship, this is you maybe trying to balance out, like, how do I work and be a good mom? Like, how do I grind as hard as I need to, but also not feel like I'm not playing with my kid enough, or I'm not going to enough games, or I'm not being kind enough, or, you know, I'm not listening enough, or I don't know some stuff about what they got going on in school. I feel like this is letting go of all of those doubts, worries, and insecurities that you've kind of created over the years, and just taking a look at them and analyzing them, and then debunking them and allowing yourself to know that they're not true. This feels like a boost of confidence. It's kind of going to allow a relationships, connections, or any opportunities to kind of really flourish in this season for you. So that was your reading, pile number 1. We're going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2.
I want you to do it.
Mm-hmm. But you can't stand right there, though. We go in the living room. You turn on the light, too. All right, so pile number 2, you could have somebody really looking up to you. You could have a little partner in crime. You could have a child. You could have children. You could be pregnant. You could be really, really creative. We have the paintbrush here. She's making me nervous.
Why making you so nervous?
Because you're so cute. Yeah. All right, pile number 2. Any messages for my divine feminine? Pile number 2. All right, so we got the throne. We have mourning. Ooh, I've never gotten like mourning from this card. I've always gotten good things, and then my carotid artery started like jumping or something like that. Okay, so let's kind of dissect that real quick, because sometimes I move too fast. So this is giving me like Grey's Anatomy, dementia, Alzheimer's, trials, evolution, like learning and growing. This is like mourning, but being excited about the day again. So even though maybe you're in a state of mourning, now it's like I get out the bed because I have something to look forward to. You have now created a throne, 1616, which is 77. So the number 14 could be significant to you. It feels like, you know, I had to double it. Like, okay, like whatever you do, like I'm gonna do it back. So if like it's kind of like you getting your get back. Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. So you got homework. Take yourself out on a date. Focus on the here and now. The world awaits you. Your potential is endless. That literally sounds like a sentence in itself. Like, girl, you better go take yourself out on a date. You really should focus on yourself. Like, focus on the here and now, because the world awaits you and there's so much that you can do, girl. Your potential is endless. Like, you know, so this feels like girl talk. Like, this feels like really kind of finding your soul tribe and really kind of finding your people, maybe taking yourself out on a date, finding you a nice little bar and going to go sit down and going to go read and chill and just kind of like be in solitude, but with other people. You know, this feels like finding you a nice little coffee shop. I'm hearing the name Nay, and I've been hearing that name a lot, but in my mind, last time I heard it, I heard it as N-A-E, but in my mind, I just heard it as N-A-Y. So that could be a thing. But this feels like daydreaming while people are talking or dreaming up ideas. These are business plans. 33, thank you, Ascended Masters, with the number 42, which is 6, so 3-3. So you got 6-6. That's like the Holy Trinity. I feel like this business is finally like coming into play. So maybe you've got the funding, maybe you got the employees, and maybe you got the supplies, or, you know, like maybe whatever 3 things that you needed. I feel like you have them now. Like, you have all the answers, you have all the tools, you have everything that you need. This to me definitely feels like coming into some abundance when it comes to a business. Even if it's not a business, this could be traveling. You could be going to Carnival this year. You could be going on a cruise. I'm hearing like the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and then you have nostalgia. So this could be something that you wanted to do as a kid that you're now doing with your child. I'm hearing like the aquarium. This could be you having a child's birthday coming up. They could want like a princess or a queen type of theme. I'm hearing 15. So somebody has an old soul here, even though they're like 15. I feel like it's like y'all can sit up and chill and talk and have conversations. And I really feel like you've kind of taught your daughter a lot of self-love, or a lot of just showing up for herself, being there for herself. This ring around the rosy thing, this is kind of giving me like a carousel. Like, the carousel never stops spinning. So as much as you want to get off, or as much as you think that the motion sickness will stop, or I don't know why I'm getting that. So somebody could definitely be pregnant, or like on an airplane, or like on a boat, even in a car. Somebody could be getting a new puppy and the puppy is getting like motion sickness in the car. Somebody could be like a dog breeder. Somebody could have adopted a pet. Somebody could have congenital heart failure. EMT, ears, nose, throat specialist. Somebody could be needing to go to one, or somebody could just have a sore throat. I'm hearing lozenges. I just say hard. So it's kind of like something could be getting lodged in your throat where it's kind of like you're constantly having to do that. I feel like this is you tripping over lies. Like you're lying, or you're not telling the truth, or it's not even that you don't, but maybe you don't believe it for yourself. So it's kind of like think before you speak, think before you speak, think before you speak. Maybe this is just taking time to really be intentional with how you speak to yourself and how you show up for yourself, how you care about yourself, how you do certain things. I definitely feel like for you, getting out the house could be real positive for you, and just spreading your wings and spreading some of your ideas, talking to people about your ideas, talking to people about the things that you want to maybe bring into fruition within this year. So even if you don't have everything all the way out, the plan all the way together, all of the finances, all of, everything, I definitely feel like you are needing to maybe put yourself in a position to start figuring out how to get those things. So you do have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Two of Discs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So to me, this is giving me like reading bones. Like somebody could have like African heritage or a grandmother who is very spiritual. This person could have like, I heard like a witch doctor in their family. This person could be very spiritual. Now, this doesn't have to be a masculine energy just because it's the King of Swords. I feel like this could potentially be a grandmother who has been through a lot, who maybe even went through like having to act like a man or passing or something like that. This could be history. This could be something that you watched on TV. This could be like a show or something that potentially could feel familiar or sound familiar to you. If it is like a TV show or something like that you notice, and like, I seen that in the, or I heard that she's talking about that, maybe go back and watch that episode or go back and watch that show and see maybe the message that lies within, maybe that episode, because maybe it could potentially be important to you. This energy of this juggling is kind of like, I feel like you're having a hard time really deciding, like, do I go to work and make this money for somebody else, or do I choose to open up this business with my friend? I feel like you're not really trustworthy, or no, maybe you're not trustworthy. But I feel like you're not very trusting or open. Even like he has his arms like crossed, it's kind of just like, you're not, so to me, I heard being a hard ass, but I feel like it's like maybe your bosses aren't the nicest, or they're not really understanding. They don't really get it. I feel like people aren't really even giving you the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you have ideas. Maybe you've even brought these ideas to the cast. I'm hearing like you could be in journalism, like you wanted to do this idea, or, like you wanted to bring this to the forefront. You could be in journalism school, newscasting school, something like that, where it's like you guys create stories and you're supposed to cover them or something like that. And I feel like you're not maybe being able to cover the stories that you want. So this is maybe starting your own podcast or starting your own little like segment, like sipping segment or something like that. And I only say sipping segment because they got coffee or tea, or you can have anything y'all could be drinking on. But this for sure to me feels like I don't dance now, I make money moves, period. Like whatever you used to have to do to get money, you're not gonna have to do that anymore. This feels like freedom, like financial freedom. And I definitely feel like you're juggling because you don't want to not be stable. But why is this Two of Pentacles here? But the star, baby, you a star. Regardless, that money gonna come. And with you in this new partnership, whether this is a relationship or a business partnership, I'm feeling more business partnership than love. But you and your bestie finna make a hit. Like, y'all finna, like, I said make a hit. Y'all could be like rappers. You got the King of Cups. You could have somebody wanting to take care of you. Even outside of that, you could be going from the King of Swords to the King of Cups. With the Nine of Wands and the Judgment. Judging yourself and maybe how you handle a situation. This could be somebody judging themselves about how they handled you. Now you want to come back as the King of Cups. It's like, well, if you're going to come back, I need you to help me. I need help. What you going to do? Like, this is allowing somebody to prove to you what they going to do. I also feel like this is mixing and mingling. So if you're single, this is like starting to date. If you are looking for business partners, maybe like adding yourself to like Facebook groups, or like looking online, looking up like spin classes or knitting classes or lash tech classes, or different things that can maybe get you involved, even going to like a kickboxing or a Zumba, or something like that, where you're also like taking care of yourself, but you're getting to know people who also care about themselves and want to take care of themselves for the new year as well. This judgment card feels like you can't call judgment on anybody but yourself. So instead of judging people so harshly because you've healed and you're in a different space, think about all the places that you've been before. Think about all the times that you fucked up, or that you've made mistakes, or that things didn't go your way. And I feel like that may potentially help you see things differently outside of just woe is me. And it's not woe is me in a bad way, but I feel like you're not just the victim, you are becoming the victor. So you're about to have everything that you want, but it's like, can you let go of some of the stuff that's still kind of tethered to you, that's keeping you stuck, those old versions of yourself? It's like, be humble, like be humble in who you are, be humble in who God has allowed you to be, because you could have been somewhere real fucked up, but God spared you, or you're not there anymore. So this just feels like giving other people the time to get where you are. And that don't mean you got to be super up under their ass or nothing like that, or accepting how they're treating you or anything like that. You can love people from a distance, but this feels like still holding that space, because you are a star. Regardless of how anybody else is treating you, God has laid his anointing on you, divine feminine. So this to me feels like the divine partnerships, your soul tribe, the people who are going to see you as a star. So this could be your community, this could be your fans, this could be your supporters, this could be people who want to buy from your business. These people are starting to see you. Though these connections are now starting to come into fruition. So pay attention to that. You may get rejected. You may have a hard time finding the right business partner, or finding the right business space, or whatever. But I feel like you shouldn't stop trying. And if you don't have a business, and this is just trying to maybe like level up at work, make more money, build connections, have friends, like not just go to work all week and then on the weekend be bored, stuff like that, I feel like you definitely have to just give yourself a little bit of time and give yourself a little bit of grace, because you're going to get there, but you don't got to be there tomorrow just because you had the idea today. All right. And lastly, we got pile number 3 with the sage. Put that back where it goes. Any messages for pile 3? Any messages for pile 3? All right. You got the Queen of Summer with the 3 of Spring right away. I feel like this is real queen behavior, but you got the King of Winter, which is the King of Swords. So, and he just popped out. This is a whole different deck. And the King of Swords popped out again, divine feminine. So this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is a very logical person. This could be your father. It's like, maybe you grew up like really, really spoiled and sassy and kind of like going where the sun went. And maybe you hadn't really experienced a whole lot of turmoil like your friends, or, like different things that they were going through. Maybe you didn't understand and different stuff like that. With this 3 of Spring, plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. This kind of feels like, your father could have potentially been a whole different type of person before you came about, or even when you was a kid. This could be you just now getting to know your father figure. This could be you now having a step parent even as an adult. So it's like creating these connections, creating these relationships with people who are important to your development. So this, whether it's this father figure, this could be a stepfather, this could be somebody that your mom is dating. I feel like you have to open your heart up to trust the fact that your mom does deserve love, or if this is not about your mom and this is about you. This could be potentially like opening your heart up to maybe trust a King of Winter, even though in the past maybe it could seem like they always had you waiting, or maybe you felt like you were waiting for them, because this card says have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So I feel like if you just wait and be patient and wait for things to get better, you're going to be rewarded. It's not one of those instances where it's like you cheated on me, it's time to go. Like, you know, this don't even feel like that at all, but that was just an example. But this just feels like I'm gonna wait for you. Like, you know, like I'm a hold space for you because maybe you got something going on, maybe your finances ain't right, or you know, maybe you just not ready right now, maybe you don't want commitment, or maybe you just in a dark space and you don't really want friends, you don't really want to talk. So this feels like giving your friend or giving your whoever this is the opportunity to maybe like recharge their own batteries or figure themselves out, figure out what they want. This says get advice from someone professional and objective. So someone who isn't going to judge you or your person, somebody who doesn't necessarily know you or the situation, could potentially be important for you. I feel like this King of Winter has maybe potentially grown up with very unemotional relationships. So even if they have a close-knit family, this feels like maybe always having to be the logical one, your feelings maybe being put on hold, or people just not really seeing you for you and kind of creating misconceptions about you, because we do have the owl here. Which is kind of giving me like being deceived or deceit. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others. With the Four of Spring, this feels like a commitment or a togetherness, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like this is joint commitment, like a commitment to self. Like, I just heard I'm going to do my yoni steams. So maybe you're creating like bath salts and yoni steams and I heard butterfly kits or some kind of like kit for women with little flowers and little cute stuff. It's time to go after your dreams. Yeah, I feel like you're a business owner or you're some kind of like intuitive, where it's like you could have been raised by a single dad, or maybe it's kind of like I don't know. This just feels to me kind of like not really having a woman figure growing up. So it's kind of like relying on that Prince Charming because maybe your dad was charming. Or maybe it's like you had a version of your father or men, boys, and what they were supposed to be based off of TV or just what you wanted. And then this feels like getting in that space and maybe not experiencing that, and then now no longer being very enthusiastic about dating. But this feels like wanting to feel free again, like let your inner child just play on the swing and do something fun, have fun, something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flow. So I feel like this is kind of like whatever happened that is like stressing you out and making you worry so much, whatever, I feel like it has something to do with the man. I feel like it's blocking your blessings. Whoever this person is, he could potentially be wanting to block your blessings. It's like he want to feel above you. This could just be how you're used to it being in your household. I'm hearing like a beta male is acting like an alpha. I'm also hearing the red pill or the blue pill or a little blue pill. So you could be dating like an older man, 3-3, with the 5 of Wands. Competition. So Now, this could be a third-party situation, or this could be feeling like you have competition because of your insecurities. So it's kind of like, well, why don't you want me? Or why you ain't treating me like this? Or why you ain't doing this? So this could be you maybe in competition with other women, unbeknownst to you or unbeknownst to them. And it's kind of like, why am I even in this energy? So this could be going over how old trauma or old childhood wounds have affected you. You got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and it's like you could be her, maybe you used to be her, but now you're showing up as this Queen of Water, Queen of Summer. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you're showing up as a woman who is balanced, a woman who is kind, a woman who is courageous, a woman who is the beauty, but who is also the beast, who can snap on you and curse you out and seem like Medusa. But it's like, why are you in competition with me? Like, I love you and I want to love you, but as soon as you know you hurt me, I'm going to let my snakes loose and they're going to go ham. So this just feels like having backup, or it's like, girl, I don't think we should go. Like, girl, if you don't go and enjoy yourself, you got that Ace of Cups. All 3 readings are kind of like all tied in, if you ask me. With the Queen of Cups, you got the Queen of Cups twice in 2 different decks. Just like with the first reading, they had the relationship in 2 different decks with the Ace of Cups. Your self-love, boo, is like overflowing and overflowing. Like, this could be you getting new hand tats. This could be you buying jewelry, your money looking right. Love is definitely overflowing. Don't put yourself in competition with nobody else. With this 8 of Swords, with the Lovers, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, with the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck again. 8 of Swords feels like no longer being restricted. It's like, you could think I'm restricted, but look, my hair got me. You ain't tied my hair up. Gotcha. This feels like a fast one, like doing a fast one on somebody, or like, and then you know I had to double it. So you got the 4 of Springs, and then you got the 8. So that's 4 of 4. This feels like stability could be coming, but it's like maybe you don't want love to distract you, so you gotta put love in the back of your mind. I'm getting a lot of Gemini energy too, which is kind of like two-faced, or it's giving me like I can be 2 different people at one time. Like, who you want, who you get is based on who you being. Silence. So you could be not talking to somebody, or somebody could not be talking to you, and it's like, well, I don't want to see you either. Like, I don't want to think about it. Like, out of sight, out of mind type of energy. I'm just gonna focus on myself, because focusing on this relationship, I feel like I got my hands behind my back. Like, I don't really know what to do. I don't really know how to make it better. I don't really know how to change my circumstances. Why is the 5 of Wands here? With the Empress, you are the Empress. The Empress. The mother of all mothers with the Temperance. I feel like you're healing. You're healing. You're not in competition with anybody. Not only are you the Queen of Summer twice, which is the mother. You got the Ace of Cups, which is love, abundance, and the Empress. These 2 cards together, if you look at most tarot decks, they say the Empress with the Ace of Cups is a pregnancy. A legacy. I heard your honor. Yes, your honor. Like, yeah. That's ours. That's like the jury, like, or this could be like an adoption, like being finalized. You realizing that, like, you may not want to have kids, but that don't mean you don't want to raise kids. This feels like you may be getting the short end of the stick, but I feel like you don't even... You trying, like, you got the tools, you know what you're doing, you mixing things up. So this feels like maybe going to different bars, or going to meet different people, meeting different spiritualists, meeting different herbalists, meeting different people who maybe do yoga, who are interested in... I'm hearing she ain't never seen snakes on a plane. So this is like traveling and like being like sexual. So this is like other feminine energies who embrace their sexuality, their femininity, their sex magic, and things like that. This is like not being in competition with anybody who's judging you or making you feel some type of way about who you are, what you do, how you dress, you know, like how you spend your time. It's like they watching you on social media, feeling like they in competition with you whole time. You don't even know, like, because your cup is so full that like you're not worried about what they're putting in your cup. Whether it's good or bad, it's not your business. So this feels like this is you minding your black business. I ain't saying you black, I don't know, but this feels like you're minding your business. So if this is something about your dad, a boss, an overbearing man, a logical man who's not like real emotional or mushy, I feel like you mushy enough for the both of y'all. I'm in need to call. I'm in love for the both of us. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I feel like somebody is in this for the both of us. Like, I want you, and I know that you want me, even if you so in your head, you know. So this could be like, if this is about like a father figure, I feel like this is more so realizing like, Dad, you did spoil me, but you couldn't teach me how to be a woman. You know, so that's something that I just got to learn myself. And if this is not about your father or family, I feel like this is you showing your man, like, I'm going to lead the way, but you got to learn on your own. Like, you got to learn on your own. So just let me lead you. Let me lead us. Let me lead the way. Let me show you that this is what a relationship is supposed to be. Let me show you how this works. I'm emotional, so I'm going to nurture you. I'm going to show you what it's like to be in love with me. Even if you've never experienced it before, if you feel I got your hands tied, you can walk away. Go heal yourself with the temperance. But me, I'm over here mixing and mingling my cups because I want the ultimate beverage. I want it to taste so good. This is like relieving your anxiety, relieving your stresses. Like, I don't want to say you're drinking it away and try to sleep it away. I tried to do something to my hair. Cranes in the sky. I don't know, but you know, I feel like whatever works now works, and then when it stops working, it stops working. But I definitely feel like this is you kind of like stepping into a new level of womanhood and femininity, and maybe your sexuality, dressing a little bit more provocative or sexy or liberating, and just feeling yourself, and even just walking around the house naked. And it's not to be sexual, but it's to embrace you. It's to embrace your body, your curves, your stretch marks, and the things that you maybe don't embrace on a day-to-day basis. It gives yourself the space, the time, the opportunity to kind of like recharge your own battery sexually and emotionally, you know, because as women, we are emotional beings, so a lot of times our intimacy is connected to our emotions. So if your emotional battery is not high, of course your sex drive and your love for yourself and what you can make happen with your sex magic will be at an all-time low if your confidence is low. So this feels like just filling up that battery, recharging that battery, and kind of getting yourself in a space where self-love is leading the way. You're going with the flow of self-love. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share it on all your social medias, and I am out of here, y'all.